Hello everyone, this is Roxas1359. Welcome back to Let's Play Super Mario Land 2, 6 golden coins. Last time, we went through Pumpkin Zone, the token horror level of the game, and in this episode, we're going to our next zone, Macro Zone, our token everything is giant to us zone. Seems like Mario games do that a lot with like tiny huge island, and I think that was a trend going on until, I would say, No, because it sort of is still like that inside of Mario 3D Land, so it's technically something that Nintendo does a lot. I didn't realize that until now. Anyway, go through the pipes right here. This stage actually has a hidden exit that will take you to a hidden level that will actually allow you to shortcut all the way to the boss. I will be playing both those levels, but I will also be showing off all of the levels inside the stage before we get to the boss, which I find the boss to be, for Macro Zone actually, to be one of the harder bosses in the game, which is funny considering that we just came from the easiest boss of the game. And if you're going in the order the game expects you to, you wouldn't be going in reverse order like I am. So, let's just kill all these giant ants, which also never return. Now, the ones that have the rugby-looking helmets on, those ones actually have spikes on them, so you need to watch out for them. And there's Mario just doing a little dance out to this music. I do love the music that is inside this game. I love Tataka's music in general, and I think it really suits Mario Land. I especially love the Wario Land series, but if we go up here, there are blocks all around, and you might notice that there is a warp pipe up there, as well as invisible blocks. So, hit all the invisible blocks. And what you do is use your fire flower to break these blocks. If I could get this one, fine. All right, there has to be an invisible block right here. So let's jump up, hit that coin, hit this one, and go through the pipe in a very specific way. And here we are going to our first of the hidden exits. Cute, you're throwing rocks at me. I'm throwing fire. I win. But here's the hidden exit that will take you to a hidden level that, as you can see, if you beat, takes you straight to the last level of Macro Zone. This is the only of the hidden stages that I know of that actually does that. And it's a side-scroller one. A side-scroller that, spoiler alert, I'm going to die on. Yes, that's what happens when you don't hit the A button, Roxas. Amazing what happens when you jump. Oh, stupid Roxas. Always forgetting the important things inside of a platformer, which is to jump. Anyway, this is a side-scroller stage, which there's only actually 2 side-scrollers inside this entire game, if you're not going for hidden levels. And even then, there's only 1 side-scroller level inside the entire game that is mandatory. And unlike most side-scroller levels, to where if you get caught too far, then you end up going off screen, that's not the case for this one. You don't have to keep going forward because the screen actually pushes you forward when you're going through side-scroller stages in this game, which is rather a nice change of pace if you ask me, because after last time it sometimes takes a while. But we're getting to the end of the stage now, so just lob your fireballs like crazy, otherwise you will get crushed, because crush killing inside of these stages is still a thing. So, break the blocks, and let's get to the end. So, there we go. There are no bells inside of the hidden stages such as this, but if you want to, you can just go straight to the final level of Macro Zone and actually get the coins. But since we ended up taking the hidden exit beforehand, we need to take the regular exit. So I've ended up cutting to where we were, which was actually close to the end of the stage. So hit that, get all the coins. We have 555 of them right now. The max is going to be 999, which is what we're going to be going for. And let's get to the top of here and wait until I can get that bell, because Roxas wants that bell. And there we go. Doot. And let's get ourselves some more lives, because I totally don't have enough of those, right? And there we go. That's another 3 up. So, let's move on to the second level of Macro Zone, which doesn't have a hidden stage. In fact, pretty much, I think each level inside of the game has a hidden level. I'm not entirely certain. I've never gone for all of the hidden levels when I played this as a child, because the only one I knew of was one that's inside of Pumpkin Zone that I did not take, which was the Boo House one, and one that was inside of, what was it called? The one that's inside of Macro Zone. Anyway, I killed 100 enemies, so let's get ourselves our star. Unfortunately, I'm not going to have enough to get 5 enemies. So, no life for me. That sucks. So instead, we're going to get ourselves a carrot. You know what they say, carrots are good for your eyes, because they can help you fly. Honestly, I'm pretty sure that if you told kids that if you eat a carrot, you'll be able to fly, a lot of people would eat more carrots. A lot of people would also end up jumping off a lot of things, so maybe that is a bad idea. And that fireball is following me pretty far. Right, so go through here. A lot of these piranha plants, the more I'm looking at it, it reminds me so much of Mario Maker, because I ended up playing that game twice so far, because Nintendo invited me to the gaming lounge they had at Comic-Con. Then I had played it at E3, and a lot of the things inside there just remind me so much, but I ended up crouching right there because, unfortunately, while you have your bunny ears, you can't do your spin jump. For some odd reason, I don't understand why you can't do your spin jump while you are having bunny ears. That just makes no sense to me. Why is that? Either way, let's go up. We got another Cheep right there. I'm gonna just fly over him. And let's just fly over to the end of the stage, shall we? Just ignore everything. And there we go. So that beats the second act of Macro Zone. And perfect, we're gonna get ourselves an extra life right now. I don't think there's one time I've ever played that minigame, to be specific, and have actually gotten the super carrot before. I've always either gotten a fire flower or the actual life. One time I got a mushroom, and that's where I discovered that no matter what power-up you have, if you grab a mushroom, then your power-up actually gets negated for some odd reason. Anyway, we got conveyor belts again right here. That's what these arrows are representing. They end up making you go faster, but here I'm thinking I can go through this pipe, which I can, to get a bunch of coins. Always good to get coins, because we got to max out on that 999 so we can get that special mini-game. So, go down right over here, land right on top of the Goomba, and completely lose my super wings. Now, that actually has me beg the question, is it possible that you would end up right next to the enemy and you'd end up getting hit? That's, if so, isn't really fair. Anyway, go through right here, ignore all the Koopas, and there's a star right here, so now we can run into all of them. 3, 4, 1, 2. There you go. So make sure you go down through the pipes and then avoid the Koopas, and then you can get yourselves an extra 2 lives. Always good to build up lives in this game. So, let's get to the top and get to the end of the stage, shall we? Nope, hit the bell. There we go. Now, that bell, it looks a lot like the Super Bell that's inside of Super Mario 3D World. It looks a lot like the I always called it Cat Bell, but apparently they just call it Super Bell. That's why I call the carrot the Super Carrot, because, you know, being creative with names and all that. But that bell, the checkpoint one, just looks just like it. Anyway, there's a Super Carrot if you want it, but unfortunately we can't get it. So, let's get a running start, jump, and get to the end of the stage. I don't know why they put the end of the stage right next to the checkpoint. Honestly, I don't understand the point of having checkpoints at all inside this game. Then again, there is one stage in particular that it is helpful to get a, you know, checkpoint. But let's get to the end of the stage, and there we go. Ring the bell. So, let's get ourselves an extra 3 lives, shall we? And outside there is thunder. I really should not be recording right now because, you know, you shouldn't be recording when there's a thunder and lightning storm. But let's go on to the last area of Macro Zone and get ourselves the coin here. Now, this stage actually has something unique in how you can get some lives, and is the only instance in the game in which I know it actually does that. Hit this block, and you see the life come out, and a little witch tries to run away with it. What you have to do, grab the life, and then the witch goes away. The witch doesn't damage you. Only in this stage is this the case, and only in this stage. I do not know why that is the case. But we got spikes everywhere. I don't know why anyone would have spikes inside their house. That seemed like it hurt. But got a super carrot right here. Nope, we're gonna just ignore that and keep our fire flower, because fire flowers help a lot against bosses, even though I won't be using a fire flower against a boss. Wait, hit this one. We got another one of those witches running off with our life. Anyway, we got the bell right here. And we're just about at the end of the stage. I do die against this boss. Initially, I do find this to be, honestly, the hardest boss inside the game. But don't worry, I'm doing my cutting trick to where I show it off to where I do it correctly. So then I don't look like a complete idiot. Anyway, oh. Yeah, that's just what I need. Small Mario. Be Small Mario for this boss fight, because that totally is going to work. So, kill the Paragoomba. And here's to where we have. So what is our, well, boss? Well, we can't see it right now because I forgot that I died right there like an idiot. I ran right into spikes. Go me. All right, so let's get to the end and then get to the boss, which I still find to be a pain. So, jump on the Goombas. Bunch of coins. Might as well max out on those right now. Okay, Mr. Paragoomba, you're gonna just keep bouncing. And I'm gonna just run right into you. Go me. Wow, what was I thinking when I was recording this zone? I should be doing a lot better. But what is our boss for this stage? Why, it's none other than a giant mouse. Mouser, what the hell happened to you? I thought you were supposed to be throwing bombs at me, not running. So pretty much just keep hitting the mouse. It will run up and it goes fast. That's what I find to be the hardest part for it, is when it goes upward and then it speeds up. I find that to be the hardest part about this mouse. But there we go. That beats him, and that defeats Macro Zone. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna end it off right here. This is Roxas1359. Next time, we're going to space for Space Zone. See you guys next time.